Hello everybody, Neil here from the Four Corners, and welcome to a video going back to the pilots, or the very first two episodes of Ninjago. And today we'll be looking at the very first good guy or ninja vehicle. Now the generally overall first vehicle that we saw was in the first episodes of the pilots, and it was the skull bike. So if you look at this scene really closely, it looks like all these skull vehicles for Garmadon pop up all at the same time, but if you look at it super slowly and really closely, you see that the skull bike's headlights pop up before the skull truck. So that bike is probably a lot more important than you thought it was, you know, being the first vehicle to pop up in Ninjago and all. But coming to the good guy ninja vehicle that was the first to pop up on screen, it's kind of a little bit more complicated. It really depends on who you are and how you see a ninja vehicle as, because the ninja did have a lot of contraptions before their actual vehicles. So maybe you can count those, or if you count dragons as vehicles, then the Earth Dragon was the very first vehicle, or if you're more strict when it comes to vehicle criteria, then technically Jay was the first one to have a actual mechanical jet before all the other ninja got bikes and cars and things like that. But for this video, I'm going to count boats as well, because they're very much vehicles as well. And you might initially think, okay, so the Destiny's Bounty was the first vehicle, and actually no, but it's something very close. So we actually got another boat in the second episode of the pilots, where the ninja were trying to get the shurikens of ice. They got a lot of golden weapons that episode, and this was one of the very first. And we see the ninja riding this almost two-dimensional boat at some times. They use this cool animation trick through the ice. And that's where Kai learns about the tornado of creation. Lots of cool things happen on that boat, and actually a lot of foundation setting things happen in the pilot. But looking at this boat more, it's a Trimaster. It has 3 sails, just like the Lego Ninjago movie or seasons 8 through 10 version of the Destiny's Bounty. And I wonder if the designers were inspired from this original boat, because it looks pretty cool. I have no idea where Wu got this from, unless there's another secret base under the monastery and he just kind of pulled it out of there. But there's a lot of similarities between the Bounty and this one. It has a dragon head, and it kind of has those arches and tips that we see. So maybe the animation company used a similar model to the Destiny's Bounty instead of designing a completely new ship just to be used for 5 minutes of the show. So I kind of get why it looks pretty similar. But then again, I don't know why the ninja were homeless all of a sudden when the monastery burned down in the first episode of season 1. Like, didn't they have a boat they could live on? I mean, they ended up living on a boat anyway, so I guess they were okay with that. But apparently they weren't okay with the boat Sensei Wu already had. But maybe we're just kinda overthinking it. Let's just see it for what it is, and that is the first good guy ninja vehicle. And I definitely forgot about this. I didn't even know this existed until I just stumbled upon this clip again. However, that is all for this video, looking at some firsts for the pilots. It was pretty fun to see what the first vehicle was just generally and all. I think we'll do this again some other time, looking at the first of something else. Thank you for watching, and as usual, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.